Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing, where you join me for what is going to be an extremely exciting video ahead. It's yellow, it's bright, it's my new daily driver, my Mercedes A35 AMG, which is sat behind me. As Mercedes say it, Mercedes-AMG A35, that's how you actually meant to say it. Here it is, my new daily driver. You all probably would have seen the reveal of it. If you haven't, this is it. And what I did say in the reveal is that I'm going to be doing a full first drive video talking to you about ins and outs of the car, the sound of it, everything, just going proper detail so you guys can actually see my impressions of what it's like to drive it for the first time. The first sort of proper drive. I have driven it around London, etc., but this will be the first sort of proper time and just talk to you all things just how good this car really is. There's a reason why I've come and parked this car in a car park, because there's a big thing I want to share with you in the interior that you might not be aware of. Honestly, the last few days driving it has been wicked. It really has. One thing which still isn't on the car, and it will be going on in the next couple of days, is the AH number plate. I've decided that this car is going to have the AH33 number plate to go on it. I think that suits it the best, to be honest with you. I haven't even cleaned it, to be honest. I've been driving it the last couple of days and I haven't even cleaned it. And this is one thing which is good about the yellow, that you don't have to sort of regularly clean it sort of every 5 minutes. Look at it sat there. It's so good. It really is. And when you actually come and you park it under the lights, that's where you get the full effect of just what this car really looks like, and the way it sits is very cool. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I decided that I'm going to take this to the country roads, because that is where we need to get a first proper drive. I don't really want to... Are you alright? I don't actually want to do a first drive in London. I actually wanted to take it out so we can actually hear the car and hear the exhaust and everything like that, and get a little bit of sense of what is going on. Look at the ambient lighting when you're in this car. Look at this. Guys, are we having a laugh? Just, hang on, move it down. Are we having a laugh? Just how good this is. The interior of Mercedes at the moment is beyond me. Look at this. I've set it to a kind of blue. How stunning is the ambient lighting in this car? This is why I've come underground to a car park, because it's that good. It is unbelievable, isn't it? Okay, I do need to put some fuel in it, but how I set this car is I have my sat nav ahead of me all the time. That's how I do that. And then what I have here is I have my music and everything else that sits there. But you can change all of this. You can change everything you want just on these touch pads, which I love. I think the touch pads are amazing. You can change different things like your comfort. So you can change how your sort of seat is with the comfort, which I think is also very cool. You can sort of press AMG Performance and you can sort of individually configure how you want the car, which is just so clever. Honestly, this car is seriously clever. Go to vehicle. What comes up when we go to vehicle? There we go. We just got a couple of things which go in here. If we go to engine, what goes on if we go to engine? Oh, you can see here it's got like oil, your oil levels and things like that, and then your consumption. Like it's totally mad. And then a graph comes up here of your fuel consumption. Like, are we joking? It says 4.7 miles per gallon, but we know it's going to do a lot more than that, isn't it? Let's be honest. Let's go to lights, because I do want to show you, and I have been getting questions about the ambient lighting in here, and that is if we click ambient lighting, and then you can see the colour, the brightness. Let's go to colour, shall we? So at the moment, the car is on the blue, but we can even, look at this. We're changing colour. It's mental. Pink, or you can change it a little bit more like there, and we can change it again, and then it's down to the blue, which I really like the blue, and then it just can change all the time. You can go out there and then wait 5 seconds, and then we're now in green. Just amazingly cool. And you can actually have multicolour, so you can have multicolour effects and everything else. Like the car can have a little disco going on. I'm going to go back to this blue, which I believe is about there. Yeah, look at that. The cockpit, I think that was one of the biggest selling points when I was looking for a daily driver, is that I really want the modern stuff that is in a car these days. It makes just a massive difference, and I think this hasn't disappointed in any way. So yeah, like I said, I wanted to show you the ambient lighting and everything, but there's lots more to show on the interior, including the fact that you can just sort of sit here and you can change it to sport mode, which we are going to do, because I know that a lot of you want to hear it in what it sounds like, so we'll do that underground. This is Sport Plus. Not the best sound. Reminds me a little bit of my Hoover. We can fix that. Let's see what it costs to fuel up a Mercedes-AMG A35. We've got 97, we're putting 97 in there. Let's make sure we got the right fuel in. It's gonna be roughly around £50. I'm hoping it's not gonna be more than that. But it's how far you go with £50. And that is one thing which is very good. Roughly 35 miles per gallon. Oh, come on, stop! That's enough. 51, I was wrong. It's gonna be 70, isn't it? And there you have it, £67, 57p to fuel up the Mercedes A35. That's how much it costs, £67 to brim it from nothing to full. And look at it, look how good that looks when you're in a petrol station. It looks unbelievably good, doesn't it, when it's just parked there. And a few people have come over and said, what is that? It looks amazing. And I explained, because they're not used to seeing one of these on the road. Oh yes, oh, I love that car. Okay, welcome into the A35. I've made it to the countryside where I thought I'd film this, just much easier with the B roads and everything else, and to talk you properly through this car. We're going to talk all things cost, we're going to talk all things the exact spec, how much each of the spec has cost me. Very peaceful, this car. That's one thing which is nice, is that when you're in comfort, and when you're in Sport Plus, you get a little bit more noise. Like, this is comfort, and it's so chilled. It is so chilled. And then if we go into dynamic mode, and then we go into Sport Plus, we get a little bit more. Here we go. You get the pop on the upshift. Oh yes. And then that sort of stiffens the suspension and things like that. So we're going to go back. I mean, but it's, listen to that. It's fast. It's totally fast enough. Oh, listen. I mean, we're going to have the sunroof open for that so we can hear. Let's put it open. Honestly, oh, the little bang you get. I like that. Let's talk about some of the facts of this car. And first thing we need to talk about is the cost. The cost of it. How much did this car cost? Well, this car, fully specced out, is the best part of £46,000 to £47,000. So it's expensive. It obviously is expensive. For a hot hatch, that's at the top end. Right at the top end, put it that way. You can get an A35 with sort of a base spec for about £35,000, but you wouldn't have obviously the style package and things like that, and the 19-inch wheels, and that's everything that I did want. So you can get very good lease deals on these, but for me, I just wanted everything on it basically. And so yeah, like I say, £46,000, which leaves me in a bit of a strange position, because the A45, that's coming soon, and that, if this is £46,000 or £7,000, how much is the new A45 going to cost? I reckon it's going to be close to 60. It's got to be, really, which is a lot of money. It's a hell of a lot of money. Let's talk about how much the options cost. So this car has the style package, which is the rear wing, the rear diffuser, a few different fins that you've got on it, which I think they call them DTM fins. They might actually come standard with the car, but it's got all of that. And the style package is the best part of £2,500, so it's expensive. Like that is, you know, that's an added extra just to get more of a look for it. But that is £2,500. And then you've got the night package. I believe that is roughly £1,000. I might be wrong with that. But with the night package, what you get is you get the windows tinted, you get the black wheels, you get that stealth look. So that's the night package, basically. So I went for that as well. So all of that, it's, yeah, £46,000, £47,000 is a lot. But when you drive it, you're thinking, it feels a lot more than that, because it's just a good drive. It's a really, really nice drive and nice experience. Other things which we are going to talk about, and that is the speed of it. Just how, because a lot of people said to me, that car is too slow. It's not too slow. 306 brake horsepower, goes 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds, which is already quicker than a Civic Type R. It's not slow. It's absolutely not slow. For what I need it for, it's perfectly fast enough around town in London, the fuel economy, everything. How can you say that this car is not fast enough? It's good. It's got character. That is what I love about AMGs. They have character. Basically, you can have this car full front-wheel drive, so everything front-wheel drive, or you can change that and you might be like, I don't really want all front-wheel drive, and you can go all-wheel drive, so 50-50 power distribution from the front to the rear. You can't go rear-wheel drive, so I think that's cool. So like little things like that. And they've really made it track focused. They've decided to make this more track focused, and I would actually like to take this on track one day just to really see what it's all about and what they're talking about, because what they've done is they've gone and put a data logger in the car. They've also got added an extra which you can have, and you can have circuit maps in there as well. I'm not sure we can actually get that in the UK, but they've gone for it, and the fact you can have a data logger in your A35 is unbelievable. When you're driving as well, and you've got this amazing dash in front of you, and I think that is one thing which I haven't really fully got used to yet, is just how good that really is with your touchpad and everything which you've got on it. It's just a whole nother ball game. It really is. You can have well, it will tell you if you're deviating from your lane, and if an obstacle's coming up quickly, it will basically stop the car. And it definitely handles better than the A45. I just have noticed that. Like little things like you turning in and the technology, and but if we're thinking when is the new A45 arriving, it cannot be within the next 6 months. It could be announced within the next 6 months, because I've said to a few friends, I reckon it's going to be announced at Goodwood Festival Speed, but we don't know. There's no true factor when we know, but when it gets announced, then we've got roughly, you know, deliveries are going to be, are they going to even be Christmas? It's going to be early next year. People did say, get an exhaust, put an exhaust on it. Certain people are doing exhaust for it. We will see. I don't want to ruin it. I really don't want to ruin the experience of it. And there will be future stuff coming up with it. Little mods here and there. We'll see what we can do. And that is not just going to wrap it. That is not part of my plan with this car, is to book it in for a wrap. That's not actually the plan. Here we go, little tunnel fuel. It's so much fun! It is so much fun! So I've just jumped out of the A35, and that rounds off what is the first drive. That rhymed as well, as we're here right in the countryside. But what an epic bit of kit this is. There's going to be many more adventures coming out of it, and I hope I sort of gave you the facts and the figures of what it's all about. But it's just good. I've left the sunroof open, as you can see. Well, I might go over to this side of the road. We'll leave it there for a minute. But as you can see, the sunroof is open just over there, and there it sits. The A35 sits. As you can see, the night package is it looks good. It looks good, to be honest, and even with the sunroof open, it all works very well. But I'm very happy with it. Very happy that this is my new daily driver, and like I say, lots more coming up with it. And no, it's not going to be wrapped in purple chrome, not anytime soon. But honestly, I am super happy with it. You get a daily driver, you do your first mile in it, and you're never quite sure, is it right? Have I made the right decision? I feel with this, 100% I have. And it's made me think how much I missed an AMG in my life as well. I think that was one of the things. Not to say that the Range Rover Sport SVR wasn't good, because it is good. It's an amazing car, don't get me wrong, but it's a different experience. And even Tony, he's got an A35 as his daily driver at the moment, and it's, once you start driving these cars, I feel it's hard to leave them. I think that's what, like I said, for many years, well, like a year, 2 years, with the A35, I was like, it's something I've never got over. And that's exactly why. Like I say, lots of stuff is going to be happening with it, and if there's anything that you want to see sort of with this car, I can make it happen. Just all you got to do is put it in the comment section down below, and we'll see. But one thing I do want to do is take it to the airstrip to do a drag race. That's what I want to do. We need to push you to the limits and see what you've really got underneath there. So we're going to do that as well. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave those comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all very soon.